At 80 years old, Sam Elliott stands as a symbol of resilience in Hollywood, but beneath the fame and the accolades, Elliott has faced personal and financial battles that few knew about. How did one of the most beloved figures in Hollywood get here, and what's next for him? Join us as we dive into the untold story of Sam Elliott's journey through fame, fortune, and loss. Roots of a Cowboy. Sam Elliott was born on August 9, 1944, in Sacramento, California. His full name is Samuel Pack Elliott. Even though he was born in California, his family had deep roots in Texas. His parents, Glenn M. Sparks and Henry Nelson Elliott, both came from El Paso, Texas, and their heritage played an important role in shaping Sam's identity. His mother, Glenn, was a talented athlete in her youth. She was a state champion diver during her high school years in Texas. Later in life, she dedicated herself to teaching and became a physical training instructor before transitioning into a career as a high school teacher. His father, Henry Nelson Elliott, had a very different profession. He worked as a predator control specialist for the Department of the Interior. His job involved managing wildlife populations and ensuring that predatory animals didn't cause harm to livestock or the environment. Henry was known to be a hard-working and serious man who believed in stability and traditional careers. He wasn't entirely supportive of Sam's dream of becoming an actor, thinking it was unrealistic. He encouraged his son to focus on a more conventional path, like getting a college degree and finding a secure job. Despite his father's doubts, Sam grew up with a strong sense of determination. His family history gave him a deep connection to the American West, which would later become a key part of his acting career. One of his ancestors even served as a surgeon during the historic Battle of San Jacinto, which was a major event in Texas history. This link to the past influenced the rugged cowboy image that Sam Elliott would come to represent on screen. Up next, we'll take a look at Sam Elliott's childhood and how his early experiences helped prepare him for the career he never gave up on. When Sam Elliott was 13 years old, his family moved from California to Portland, Oregon. This was a big change for him, but it became an important part of his upbringing. He spent his teenage years in Portland and attended David Douglas High School, where he graduated in. During high school, Sam started to develop an interest in performing. He was outgoing and confident, but acting was not yet a serious career goal for him. After graduation, he enrolled at the University of Oregon, planning to study English and psychology. However, college didn't feel right for him at the time. After just 2 terms, he dropped out and returned to Portland. Instead of giving up on his education completely, Sam decided to attend Clark College in Vancouver, Washington. This turned out to be a life-changing decision. While at Clark, he was cast in a production of Guys and Dolls, playing the role of Big Jewel. His performance caught the attention of a local newspaper, the Vancouver Columbian, which wrote that he had real potential as an actor. This praise gave Sam the confidence to take acting more seriously. Even though he was starting to see acting as a possible career, his father, Henry, strongly disagreed. Henry believed acting was an unrealistic and unstable profession. He wanted Sam to finish college and get a steady job, something more practical and secure. Their conversations about Sam's future were often difficult, and his father made it clear that he did not support his son's dream. Sadly, before Sam could prove himself, his father passed away from a heart attack. This was a painful loss for Sam, and it affected him deeply. In later interviews, he admitted that his father never got to see his success, and that was something he always carried with him. Coming up, we'll see how Sam took a leap of faith, moved to Los Angeles, and started his journey in Hollywood, one that wasn't easy, but would eventually make him a legend. The struggle to Hollywood. In the late 1960s, Sam Elliott made a bold decision. He packed his bags and moved to Los Angeles to chase his dream of becoming an actor. This was a big step, especially because his father had strongly discouraged him from pursuing acting. His father believed that Hollywood was too competitive and that Sam had little chance of making it. But despite those warnings, Sam was determined to prove himself. Of course, breaking into Hollywood wasn't easy. Sam didn't have connections in the industry, so he had to support himself while trying to land acting jobs. To make ends meet, he worked in construction, doing physically demanding labor during the day. In addition to that, he served in the California Air National Guard's 146th Airlift Wing, also known as the Hollywood Guard. This unit was based at Van Nuys Airport before relocating to the Channel Islands Air National Guard Station. Balancing these jobs while auditioning for roles was tough, but Sam never gave up. He believed in his talent and was willing to put in the hard work. While many aspiring actors came to Hollywood and left after struggling for a few years, Sam was determined to stick it out. No matter how long it took, his persistence eventually paid off. Sam Elliott's first television role came in 1969 when he appeared in an episode of Judd for the Defense. It was a small part, but it was enough to get his foot in the door. Around the same time, he started landing minor roles in popular TV shows like Lancer, Gunsmoke, and Hawaii Five-0. These appearances helped him gain experience and build his reputation in the industry. That same year, he also made his film debut with a small role in Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. He played a nameless card player in a saloon scene. While the role was brief, the movie itself became a huge hit, and being part of such a successful film gave Sam a boost early in his career. In the early 1970s, Sam got his first recurring TV role on Mission Impossible. From 1970 to 1971, he played Doug Robert, a character who was part of the show's elite team of secret agents. This was a major step forward for him. Not only did it give him steady work, but it also proved that he could handle bigger roles, becoming a recognized star. After years of small roles and hard work, Sam Elliott finally started making a name for himself in Hollywood. His deep voice, rugged looks, and natural charisma set him apart. By the middle of the 1970s, he was no longer just another actor trying to break into the industry. He was on his way to becoming a star. Sam's first major lead role came in I Will Fight No More Forever, 1975, a historical TV film about Chief Joseph and the Nez Perce War. He played Captain Wood, a military officer involved in the conflict. This role gave him a chance to show his acting skills in a serious drama, proving he could handle more than just minor parts. Then, in 1976, Sam got his first starring role in a feature film, Lifeguard. In this movie, he played Rick Carlson, a California lifeguard questioning his life choices as he enters middle age. The film focused on personal struggles rather than action or adventure, giving Sam a chance to show a more emotional and introspective side. While Lifeguard wasn't a blockbuster, it became a cult classic, and Sam's performance was widely praised. Later that same year, Sam took on another important role in the miniseries Once an Eagle. He played Sam Damon, a dedicated and honorable soldier rising through the ranks of the U.S. Army. The series, based on Anton Meyer's novel, was well received, and Elliott's portrayal of Damon became one of the defining roles of his career. Many fans still consider it one of his best performances. His success continued with Aspen, 1977, a TV miniseries about legal and political drama in a wealthy Colorado town. But it was The Sacketts, 1979, that truly solidified Sam as a Western star. The film, based on Louis L'Amour's novel, featured him alongside Tom Selleck and Jeff Osterhaig as three brothers navigating life in the Old West, his rugged charm and cowboy. Persona made him a natural fit for the genre, and it wouldn't be the last time he starred in a Western. By the 1980s, Sam Elliott had fully established himself as an actor, and his image as the tough, mustached cowboy became his trademark. In Murder in Texas, 1981, a crime drama based on a true story, Sam starred alongside Catherine Ross, the actress who would later become his wife. Their on-screen chemistry was undeniable, and their connection would continue off-screen as well. He returned to the Western genre with The Shadow Riders, 1982, again teaming up with Tom Selleck. By this point, audiences had come to expect Sam in cowboy roles, and he embraced the part with ease. A big change came in 1985 when Sam stepped outside the Western genre for a major supporting role in Mask, starring Cher. He played Gar, the caring and protective boyfriend of Cher's character. The film, based on a true story, was a huge success, and Sam's performance was praised for its warmth and depth. It showed Hollywood that he could play more than just cowboys. He had real emotional range. While he had proven himself as a serious actor, he continued taking on fun, memorable roles. But 1989, he starred in Prancer, a family-friendly Christmas film about a young girl who believes she has found one of Santa's reindeer. Sam played her father, a struggling farmer trying to keep his family together. It was a touching role that introduced him to a whole new audience. That same year, he appeared in Roadhouse, 1989, alongside Patrick Swayze. The film, about a tough bouncer cleaning up a corrupt town, became a cult classic, and Sam's role as Wade Garrett, the mentor figure, was one of the highlights. His deep voice and calm, yet intimidating presence made him the perfect fit for the character. Even today, Roadhouse remains one of his most iconic films. As the decade went on, Sam continued taking on a variety of roles, but in 1998, he played one of his most unique and memorable characters, the stranger in The Big Lebowski. Though his screen time was limited, his role as the mysterious cowboy narrator left a lasting impression. His deep voice and wise, laid-back presence perfectly fit the film's quirky, offbeat tone. Even today, fans quote his lines and associate him with the film's signature style: marriage, family, and values. Sam Elliott may be best known for his deep voice, Western roles, and rugged charm, but his personal life is just as interesting as his Hollywood career. Unlike many actors who live in the fast-paced world of show business, Sam has always focused on his family, personal values, and maintaining a simple, grounded lifestyle. His long-lasting marriage, love for his daughter, and dedication to his work and home life make him stand out as one of the most respected figures in Hollywood. One of the most remarkable things about Sam Elliott's life is his long and successful marriage to actress Catherine Ross. The two met while working on the 1978 horror film The Legacy, which was filmed in England. At the time, Catherine was already a well-known actress, famous for her roles in The Graduate, 1967, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, 1969, and The Stepford Wives, 1975. Sam, on the other hand, was still making a name for himself in Hollywood. Though they connected during filming, their romance didn't take off right away. Catherine had been married multiple times before. Sam was her fifth husband, and she was cautious about entering another serious relationship. However, Sam was patient and determined. He knew she was the one, and eventually, their love story took shape. They got married in 1984, and despite the challenges that come with Hollywood relationships, their bond has remained strong for decades. Unlike many celebrity couples who are constantly in the spotlight, Sam and Catherine have always kept their marriage private. They prefer spending time together away from the chaos of Hollywood. Over the years, they have worked together on several projects, including Conager, 1991, which strengthened their relationship both professionally and personally. Many Hollywood marriages don't last, but Sam and Catherine's relationship is proof that true love can endure. Even after so many years together, they remain deeply committed to each other. Their ability to balance their careers while prioritizing their family has been a key factor in their long-lasting marriage. Sam and Catherine welcomed their only child, Cleo Rose Elliott, in 1984, the same year they got married. Unlike her parents, Cleo did not follow in their footsteps into acting. Instead, she pursued a career in music. Cleo grew up in Malibu, California, where she developed a passion for music at an early age. She trained as a singer and musician, eventually focusing on rock music. In 2008, she released her debut album, No More Lies. While she never reached mainstream success, she has continued working in the music industry, performing and collaborating with other artists. Despite coming from a famous family, Cleo has always kept a relatively low profile. However, in 2011, reports surfaced about a troubling incident between her and her mother, Catherine Ross. According to court documents, Catherine claimed that Cleo had become physically violent toward her, leading Catherine to file a restraining order. She alleged that Cleo had threatened her and even attacked her with scissors. The incident shocked fans, as Sam Elliott's family had always seemed so private and peaceful. Despite this difficult period, the family has since worked to repair their relationship. While details about their current dynamic are private, it appears that time has helped them move past the conflict. Sam has always been protective of his family, and he continues to support both his wife and daughter. Cleo remains based in Malibu, where she enjoys a creative lifestyle. Though she isn't a Hollywood star like her parents, she has carved out her own path in the entertainment world. Throughout his life, Sam Elliott has stayed true to his values. He has always believed in hard work, honesty, and staying grounded, principles that were instilled in him by his father. Growing up, Sam's father, Henry Nelson Elliott, was strict and hardworking. He worked as a predator control specialist for the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service, and he had high expectations for his son. Henry didn't approve of Sam's acting dreams, believing that it wasn't a stable career path. Tragically, Henry passed away when Sam was just 18 years old, though they never got the chance to reconcile. His father's work ethic remained a guiding force in Sam's life. Unlike many Hollywood celebrities who embrace the flashy lifestyle, Sam prefers to live simply. He has always avoided Hollywood drama, choosing to focus on his family and career instead. He doesn't seek attention, rarely appears in gossip headlines, and has never been involved in scandals. Instead, he has built a reputation as a reliable, down-to-earth actor who takes his work seriously. One of Sam's biggest lifestyle choices has been where he chooses to live. While many celebrities prefer Beverly Hills or New York, Sam and Catherine have spent most of their time in Malibu, California. Their home is located on a beautiful scenic ranch surrounded by nature. This peaceful environment allows them to escape the chaos of Hollywood and enjoy a quieter life. They also own property in Oregon, giving them another retreat away from the public eye. Sam's love for the outdoors has always been a big part of who he is. Whether it's working on his ranch, riding horses, or simply enjoying the natural beauty of the countryside, he prefers the simple pleasures of life over the glitz and glamour of Hollywood. His deep connection to nature is one of the reasons why he fits so perfectly into Western roles, because the cowboy lifestyle isn't just something he acts out on screen, it's something he genuinely appreciates. While Hollywood can be unpredictable, Sam has remained steady, choosing a life that prioritizes love, family, and simplicity. But even with such a fulfilling personal life, his career wasn't done yet. His best performances were still ahead. Career resurgence in the 2000s. Sam Elliott has never been the kind of actor to slow down. Even after decades in Hollywood, he continued to find new ways to challenge himself and connect with audiences. The 2000s marked a major career resurgence for him as he took on a wider variety of roles, embraced new platforms like streaming, and finally received long-overdue recognition for his talent. Whether it was action, comedy, voice acting, or emotional dramas, Elliott proved that he was far more than just a cowboy actor. For much of his career, Sam Elliott was best known for playing tough, rugged cowboys, but in the 2000s, he took on roles that allowed him to break out of the Western mold and show different sides of his acting abilities. In The Hulk, 2003, he played General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, a hard-nosed military man, trying to capture the Hulk. While the film itself received mixed reviews, Elliott's performance stood out. His commanding presence and deep voice made him the perfect choice for the role, and fans of the Marvel Comics appreciated his portrayal of the classic character. In Thank You for Smoking, 2005, he played a former Marlboro man who had developed lung cancer. The film was a sharp satire about the tobacco industry, and Elliott's performance added depth to the story. He also took on voice acting with Barnyard, 2006, where he played Ben, a wise and protective cow who watches over the other animals. His warm, fatherly voice brought the character to life and made the animated film even more memorable. Elliott then joined the world of comic book movies again in Ghost Rider, 2007, starring Nicolas Cage. He played Carter Slade, an old Western Ghost Rider who helps the film's hero. The role was a mix of action, mystery, and fantasy, and it was another example of how well Elliott fit into different genres. That same year, he starred in The Golden Compass, 2007, a fantasy adventure based on the famous novel. Playing Lee Scoresby, a fearless aeronaut, Elliott once again proved that he could do more than just westerns. His character was one of the highlights of the film, and many fans wished to see him return in a sequel. As television began to change in the 2010s, Elliott adapted right along with it. He took on new opportunities in streaming, which allowed him to reach younger audiences and showcase his talent in new ways. One of his biggest successes during this time was The Ranch, 2015 to 2020, a Netflix comedy series where he starred alongside Ashton Kutcher. Elliott played Bo Bennett, a tough, no-nonsense rancher dealing with his family's struggles. His character was a mix of humor and heart, and his performance helped make the show a hit. The role introduced him to a whole new generation of fans, many of whom had never seen his classic westerns before. He also had a guest role on Grace and Frankie, 2015, another Netflix series. In this comedy, he played an old love interest of Lily Tomlin's character. It was a fun, light-hearted role that showed his ability to do comedy just as well as drama. With these projects, Elliott proved that he could thrive in the modern entertainment world just as easily as he had in the past. One of the biggest moments of Elliott's career came in 2018 when he starred in A Star is born, the critically acclaimed film starring Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. In the movie, Elliot played Bobby Maine, the older brother of Cooper's character. Bobby was a former musician who had taken on the role of managing his younger brother's career. The film was an emotional roller coaster, and Elliot delivered one of his most heartfelt performances. For this performance, Elliot won the National Board of Review Award and, for the first time in his long career, received an Academy Award nomination for Best Supporting Actor. When asked about finally getting an Oscar nod after so many years, Elliot simply said, "It's about time." His fans agreed. Many believed he should have been recognized long before this. Even though he didn't win the Oscar, the nomination cemented his status as a Hollywood legend. It showed that he was still at the top of his game, capable of delivering unforgettable performances. Even with all his success in other genres, Elliot never fully left westerns behind. In 2022, he made a triumphant return to the genre with 1883, the highly anticipated prequel to Yellowstone. In 1883, Elliot played Shea Brennan, a tough but deeply wounded cowboy leading a group of settlers across the country. His character was both strong and vulnerable, shaped by personal tragedy and the hardships of the Old West. The show was a massive hit, and Elliot's performance was widely praised. He brought a level of authenticity to the role that few actors could match. His deep, gravelly voice and weathered face made him feel like he had truly stepped out of the 19th century. For his work in 1883, Elliot won the Screen Actors Guild Award for Outstanding Performance by a male actor in a mini-series. It was another well-deserved recognition for his incredible talent. The power of his voice. Sam Elliott isn't just known for his acting. His voice is just as legendary. With its deep, smooth, and unmistakable tone, his voice has become a symbol of strength, tradition, and authenticity. Over the years, Elliot has used it for commercials, narration, and pop culture moments that have made him even more of an icon. One of Sam Elliott's most famous voiceover roles has been for the Beef, It's What's for Dinner campaign. Since the 1990s, his voice has been associated with the all-American image of hearty meals and ranch life. His delivery is strong yet comforting, making him the perfect choice to represent beef as a staple of American cuisine. Another major role he took on was becoming the voice of Smokey Bear in 2008. His deep and authoritative voice fit perfectly with the famous wildfire prevention campaign. When he says, "Only you can prevent wildfires," people listen. His work with Smokey Bear helped keep an important environmental message alive for new generations. Elliot has also been the voice behind major brands like Ram Trucks, Coors Beer, IBM, and Union Pacific. Each of these companies has used his voice to represent dependability, toughness, and trustworthiness. Whether it's a rugged truck or a classic American beer, Elliot's voice brings a sense of tradition and strength. Elliot's voice isn't just for commercials, it has also made its way into pop culture in fun and unexpected ways. In 2020, he appeared in Family Guy, voicing the new mayor of Quahog. This playful role showed that he was willing to poke fun at his own image while entertaining a younger audience. That same year, Elliot's voice was used in a Joe Biden campaign ad. The ad focused on themes of unity, stability, and leadership, and Elliot's voice gave it a strong and reassuring tone. His involvement in the political ad showed how much weight his voice carries in American culture. Controversy with the power of the dog. In early 2022, Sam Elliott found himself at the center of a controversy after making controversial comments about the film The Power of the Dog during an appearance on Mark Maron's WTF podcast. Elliott, who is known for his deep voice and cowboy persona, did not hold back when sharing his thoughts on the film, describing it as a piece of indie Western and criticizing its portrayal of homosexuality. He also made an issue of what he saw as the film's lack of authenticity, particularly calling out director Jane Campion for her portrayal of the American West, saying, "What does this woman from down there know about the American West?" His comments quickly made headlines, and Elliott's opinions were met with widespread backlash from both the public and critics. Many were shocked by the harshness of his words and the way he dismissed the work of a filmmaker like Campion, who had earned critical acclaim for her direction. His criticism of the film's themes of homosexuality also drew strong reactions from the LGBTQ+ community, who found his comments to be both disrespectful and out of touch. Fans and critics were quick to point out Elliott's lack of understanding regarding films that do not necessarily need to be historically accurate in every detail. The Power of the Dog, a film based on a novel by Thomas Savage, was praised for its portrayal of complex characters and themes, but Elliott's comments suggested a misunderstanding of the artistic liberties filmmakers take when telling a story. His remarks were seen as out of place, especially coming from someone with his experience in the industry. In the days following the backlash, Elliott offered a public apology at a Deadline event. He expressed regret for his words, particularly towards the cast of the film, including Benedict Cumberbatch, who played the lead role. Elliott admitted that he was not very articulate when discussing the film and acknowledged that his comments had hurt people, especially within the LGBTQ+ community. He emphasized that the gay community had been incredibly supportive throughout his career, and he was deeply sorry for any harm his words may have caused. Sam Elliott's story is a powerful reminder that even the most celebrated figures face hardships. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more updates on your favorite stars.